Hello, amazing people. My name is Najjuma Bernah and I'm a growth coach. Here, the Growth Orchard brings you a space for transformation. And tonight, we are talking about contribution. Contribution is being able to develop other people. So that is one of the core of the Growth Orchard, a space for transformation, a space for learning, a space for growing and also improving. And um, one of the greatest things I've known is pouring into people's lives. I've always admired, I've always loved to be a river that flows and known to be a reservoir. One of the greatest things I know a person can do is to flow, because when your energy flows, when your knowledge flows, when you share the good things that you have, when you develop people, your impact is immersed. There is multiplication and there is always something that you leave behind that can't die. We should live our lives beyond dying, and that is impacting our society, loving people, sharing our knowledge and all the good things that we have. When you share your knowledge with people, it's like you've flown, it's a river, you've not reserved anything, but guess you can always come back and you learn from the people that you impacted, from the lives that you've transformed. You can always have a lot to share, you know. And imagine if you lived a small life and you're only thinking about yourself, you're acquiring this and this for yourself, you're earning this and this for yourself. The moment you die like this, with the uncertainty of death, that will be the end of it. But when you leave something and it has flown in people's lives, you've impacted them, you've taught them, you've developed them, your legacy moves on. So that should be our desire. So the law of contribution talks about principles, and these are principles of focusing on serving one another, serving other people. When you serve other people, you improve their lives, you know, your legacy moves on. And when you focus on developing people also, you mentor, you empower people. They are, you know, they have the master key to their lives, you know. That is giving them a go-ahead, permission to thrive, to grow, to be anything that is out there for them, to dream big, to live their lives, to live out. And that is what contribution is all about. So we cannot live a life that is small. We have to live a life that is big, giving out to other people, developing people. One of the greatest things that you can ever do is to develop people. Even though it is your family and you developed them, there is something that stays in their hearts. If you've taught them how to be grateful, you know, if we teach our children how to be grateful, they will live a life that is grateful. You know, they will be the ones putting their lives for other people. They will be considerate. They will be kind. They will be loving. And that is a legacy. That is something that comes out of, you know, loving and developing other people. And that one also comes from a point that grateful people are able to give out so much more than ungrateful people. When we are grateful, we can give, we can share. But when you're ungrateful, there is a way you hoard. And when we hoard, we can't grow. We should be able to share our knowledge. So the principle of contribution is one of those topics that allow us to focus on empowering people, sharing our knowledge, sharing our experiences, and causing a lastful positive impact. Yes, for us to grow, we have to share our knowledge. Imagine if a person is a researcher and they research something that is going to impact communities and generations. That is big. Imagine if it's a lab technologist and they developed a quality that improves testing people's lives. Guess what? There are so many people whose lives will be transformed because this one person is touching so many patients because of the quality of the testing that they've come out with. So that is what contribution is about. Developing others gives us a chance to have a positive legacy. And a positive legacy, people will ask, which people did you mentor? How did you improve people's lives? If it's an institution and you're a leader, people will ask, how many systems did you strengthen? What are the improvements that you caused about? So that one is key when we develop other people. So it should be one of our goals. On the session that we had previously, I was able to tell the people and encourage them to always pour and be a river that flows, flowing with energy, flowing with positivity, flowing with good attitude, you know, because that one also gives us a better experience. Yes, we should be able to live out, and also growing other people improves our own skills. It improves our capacity. Yes, we should be able to grow and also grow others. We should be able to commit to growing other people. We should be intentional about other people. Yes, life is not about self, 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 you know. So that one limits our growth. We should be able to reach out, expand, multiply. So serving other people causes multiplication because our reach is big. When we impact and we teach people the good things, transform their lives, that one is, it lives on. It lives on beyond our time on earth. So we should be able to reach out. We should be able to commit to touching someone's life, commit to, you know, being a river that flows in their lives with goodness. Yes, I thank you so much for attending this session and being a part of these amazing episodes. It's good having you. I still welcome you to check out more on this YouTube channel of mine in the names of Najjuma Bernah. And also be sure to check us on Tuesday for the 1 hour session between 7 to 8. Every Tuesday, we always have an online session. We share insight, impactful knowledge is shared, and people give their experiences. You should be able to be a part of that wonderful session. And you can be also checking out on my TikTok account. There are always videos there showing most of the sessions that we've had. There is something that you pick and it will be able to impact your lives. Thank you so much for being a part of the session, and it's a bye-bye. Thanks.